Welcome to the Coffee Kev Show!
Hello fellow coffee botherers, this is the fourth video in the Sage or Breville Barista Touch Impress series, and in this video we're going to be looking at the MilQ system in more detail. As I said in the first video, this MilQ system is so clever they couldn't spell it with a K at the end. That would be too normal. They spelled it with a Q instead to ensure I don't know how to pronounce it. MilQ. Actually, I think it's just pronounced milk, but anyway, it features 4 settings for dairy milk, soy, oat and almond. It asks you to choose a default when you're setting it up, but you can go into the settings at any time and change the default, and you can easily just go into the milk settings and choose another milk type if you don't want to change the default. The way this is supposed to work is that it calibrates the settings for each so you get roughly the right texture and temperature regardless of what milk or milk alternative you're using. Does it quite work as well as it's suggesting? Let's find out. I'm going to let you decide by showing you what the texture looks like for each, and you can let me know what you think in the comments. Let's make a flat white using the default settings for flat white with each milk type, and I'm not judging whether that setting is right for flat white, as we can easily amend that if we want to. I'm just wanting to know, does this setting lead to a similar texture with each milk or alternative milk? What do we think? Again, let me know in the comments what you think. We should be looking at a similar texture with each milk type. I don't think it's fair to expect them to all look identical, but we should be expecting similar results for each. I think it's a difficult thing to do what they set out to achieve here, because there isn't just one dairy milk, there isn't just one oat milk, almond milk, soy, but generally speaking I think this works as well as it can. I think most people are going to be happy with each drink at the preset level for each with the milk type they're using, and if they're not, it's very easy to adjust the texture and the temperature. Moving on from the calibration from one milk type to another and just talking about the quality of the milk texture. As with the Barista Touch, the Oracle and the Oracle Touch and the Bambino Plus 2, this will produce really good milk texture, better than most people will produce with a Pro Steam one until they've had lots of practice. If we're comparing this to milk texture from bean to cup or fully automatic machines, as we will do in a future video, there's just no comparison in my opinion, both in terms of the quality of the texture if we're looking for microfoam and in terms of the control over texture and temperature. If you're looking to produce good enough milk texture for learning to pour latte art, not only will this produce texture of that quality, but it'll do it consistently, one jug after the next, which is very helpful when you're trying to learn to pour latte art, as it's difficult enough as it is without having to deal with inconsistent milk texture. You can steam manually if you prefer, and the only negative aspect of that is that the steam wand only comes straight out, it's not on a ball joint. Regarding the milk temperature, it'll go from 45 to 75 degrees Celsius in 5-degree increments, or 110 to 170 Fahrenheit in 10-degree increments. So are we impressed with the milk system? I am, I have to say. I think most people will just set their preset, find a milk setting they're happiest with and use that. Or let's say if you usually drink dairy but you occasionally have an Oat Flat White, or there's someone in the home who prefers oat, you just change the settings of Flat White, set the milk type to oat, change the texture to whatever you prefer and click the floppy disk icon to save that as whatever you want to call it, and that's that. My only criticism so far is that while you can create your own custom drinks, I'd also expect to be able to save changes in the main presets. The custom menu options are brilliant if they're in addition to being able to tweak the presets, but if I have to save a new drink just because I can't save changes to the preset, that just doesn't seem quite as intuitive and as well thought out as everything else I've done with this machine. So I've reached out to ask, is this an intentional thing or not, and I'll update you accordingly in a future video and in a pinned comment in this one. One question I've had is, can you purge the steam one before using the auto steam? And you can. Just press the milk icon without the jug in place. It'll beep at you because it knows the jug isn't there, but just press it again to stop when the steam starts and you've purged any excess water. The 10th President of the United States, John Tyler, born in 1790, still has a living grandson, and that has nothing to do with clicking the like button, but click the like button before you Google how old he is. How weird is that? Does that not do you like, what? How? 1790 he was born? Thank you very much for watching. If you fancy the arse off coffee and you enjoyed this video, we've got tons of content about how to make better coffee at home to take you from beginner to home barista. We've got reviews and how-tos on the most popular machines. If you like the sound of that, click on my face to subscribe. Tatty Bye!